Listen up. I'm really upset right now. I'm super upset because I'm panting like crazy. But I went for a walk, rang up my girl, and I was recording on my phone. Sort of the script for this video. Summarizing today's focus session. Went pretty well, but I just wanted to have it recorded so I could remember what I was actually like thinking about, or just what actually happened. It was like an 8-minute video, and guess what? It didn't record. No audio. It just recorded the screen of me and the call. Like, I was upset. I was fuming. But luckily, your boy remembered it all. So I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Okay? I don't even think I need the piece of paper. I just wrote it down just in case, because I know my memory is... I know my memory is bad. Okay. So, today, it's pretty good, Did a decent amount of work. Focus session, I think, lasts around 2-3 hours. It still hasn't ended, by the way. I'm still going to do another session after this, just because I want to do more work, because I'm not tired, and I feel like the amount of work I did today is like the same amount as yesterday, but in order to fulfill the goal of doing better each day, I got to do a little bit more, So, it was pretty good. For the first hour or so, it was very slow in terms of being able to focus and keeping my attention on whatever I was doing. It's Cody. I don't know why I said like whatever I was doing, as if I didn't know what I was doing. Like, bro. But I noticed a lot of issues actually. So today I didn't study at the library. Today I studied at home, where I live next to a highway, right, or like a freeway, and there's a lot of cars speeding by. And where I was sitting, it just so you can actually hear a car now, but just so happens, it's right next to where all the noise comes from. Did I close my door? I didn't, so everyone can hear. So that was very distracting. Second thing that was very distracting was other people in the room. So my mom was, in the living room, fair enough, for a good duration of that, most of it. And that was another thing that led to me not being able to concentrate, just because I was, one, either talking to her, or like two, like I thought she was talking to me. Third thing, not that important, my girl called, while I was 1 hour in. So that sort of broke my focus, just because, I had to answer the call and talk for a bit. Nothing wrong with that, it was a pretty quick call, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, those are the things that I noticed. Like, they were comparatively more different to studying at the library, where it's just like full focus. Everyone else around you is just studying, so you're like, okay, I better do some stuff, or I'm gonna be weirdo. And like, it's quiet, it's very clean. Like, my living room's very messy and dirty, and I think that also affected me with that. Not only that, like, I'm a very, like, I love to walk, Whenever I have the chance, I'll just be walking, just pacing, just thinking. And with that, I sort of just pace around my living room, which is not a great habit, especially when I'm trying to do stuff, but some days it's alright. But yeah, those were the 3 major things. But in the last hour, I just said screw it, put on some noise cancelling headphones, put on some loud music. Not loud in the sense that it was like, like death metal or some shit, but it's like, it was just lo-fi music, but it was at a higher volume, which is good. So there's no words. I think words, if I was listening to like a worded song, it definitely would have distracted me more. But all in all, first 2 hours wasn't fully focused, or like, it wasn't deep work, but it was still focused, like I was still doing the stuff I needed to do. It was just, I got a little bit sidetracked every now and then, which is fine. But then the final hour, put in my headphones, listen to some lo-fi, and it's like nothing mattered except for the code in front of me, That was the only thing that was on my mind. That was the only thing that occupied my mind. That and the lo-fi, it helps like shut out your noise. shut out all the outside noise. So if anybody else is, trying to focus, these are the things that works for me. One, just put in headphones. Two, put in some music that isn't very stimulating for the mind. Not really that many words. Classical music I found is pretty helpful, but there's not that many that like I can listen to without just being like, I want to switch to something else. Because some classical music is like kind of hype, compared to like the low, relaxing kind of music that you want when you're studying. But it really depends on who you are, I guess. Anyways, next tip: you go into a quiet room, go into a clean room. Have a clean working environment, so you don't feel obligated to just like grab this, just play with it, something like that. What else? Be alone. Don't have other people. Honestly, this step I don't think is that important because like, when you're at the library, most of the time you're not alone unless you have like a private room. So it doesn't really matter where you are and who you're with. It just sort of matters if they're doing what you want to be doing. So you see them doing it and then you're like, okay, shit, I gotta do some stuff. And that's actually the next step. It's just, go to a library where people aren't loud, messy, or just like not studying. But all in all, it was a good day. I finally felt free enough from, having to do stuff that I actually just decided to go for a walk, which is usually a good sign because I used to walk a lot, just to enjoy life kind of thing, but it definitely stopped in terms of frequency. The more I got busy, the more responsibilities I took, and stuff like that. But I think today is definitely just a telltale sign that even though it's only been 2 days, it's like already taking its effects, which is crazy. But could just be today, could just be I had a very productive day, which fair enough, I did. But hopefully I can stay consistent with it and yield the same results. So yeah, that's day 2 for you.